Okay, so in the last video, we looked at graphing lines using the y-intercept form. This time what we're going to do is use the general form. The general form is 0 equals ax plus by plus c. We try and make the coefficient of x a positive number, this one here, just because it makes it a little bit easier. So to graph the line from the general form, we need to find where the line crosses the x-axis, which is the one that goes across, and the y-axis, which is the one that goes down. These axes we call the x, or where it crosses these axes, we call the x and y intercepts. The y-intercept is where the point crosses the y-axis and the value of the x is 0. So this point up here is 0, 1, and equally this point down the bottom is 0, minus 3. The x-intercept is the point where the x should be the y value is 0. So here, this is the point minus 2, 0. So you can see the y is 0. And over here, we've got the point 1, 2, 3, 0. So that's the x-intercept where the y value is 0. Now let's have a look at an equation in the general form. So this equation's already been written in the general form. So we've got 0 equals 6x minus 3y plus 12. So the first thing we need to do to find the y-intercept is find the point where the x is equal to 0. So we take that 0 and substitute it into our equation. So here it is, our equation. So instead of the x, I've put the 0. So 6 times 0 is 0, minus 3y plus 12. So the 6x, or the 6 times 0, disappears. Second step, now we're just solving the equation to find what the value of the y is. So first thing we do now is we add 3y to both sides. So now we have 3y equals 12. So the minus 3y goes away. So the next thing, to get rid of the coefficient of y, which is 3, we divide both sides by 3, and we find that y is equal to 4. So that gives us the y-intercept point of 0, 4. And we'll put 0, 4 on our line up here on the y-axis. So we do exactly the same thing to find the x-intercept. So here's our equation again. So this time we're going to find the x-intercept where the y is equal to 0. So instead of substituting in for x, now we're substituting in where y is equal to 0. So instead of the y in the equation, we put a 0 into our formula. So that 3 times 0 becomes 0. So we end up with 6x plus 12. Then we add 6x to both sides to get these x on the left of the equation. So we have minus 6x on the left equals 12 on the right. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. And 12 divided by minus 6 is minus 2. So that gives us the y-intercept point of minus 2, 0, which is here on our line. So now we have a point on the y-axis and we have a point on the x-axis. And now we can draw that line straight through those points. So that's how we draw a line through when we've got the x and y intercepts. Okay, good luck with that.